All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Zero One Shootout here on the JTR Podcast Network. This is Mark Redmond coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined by my buddy Minderz. And Minderz, you got to have all the fun on Saturday. I missed it, but
I
you
did.
got to
I had a
go,
blast on Saturday.
yep, Dojo Wars and the Zero One Dojo. And from the looks of the pictures, a different look for the dojo as opposed
It
to the usual TNT shows.
it was a different look, and I quite enjoyed it actually. I thought it was nice that they gave the guys. Although if you were sitting in certain spots, you kind of got a blocked view, but it's okay. I
That
wasn't
happens
sitting in
anyway.
those spots, so I
Yeah.
was fine.
Well, that's good.
My cousin
So
thoroughly enjoyed it. It was his first Zero One show,
nice.
and he this is the same cousin that went with me over to Terre Haute 2 Hybrid, and he said he greatly enjoyed Zero One more than he enjoyed Hybrid.
Well, there
So
you go.
he's planning on being back for the December 9th show. So
Nice, nice. I'm glad to hear it because that is one that I will not be able to attend. So glad you're going to have some company on that one because I think it's going to be kind of a skeleton crew from our usual gang on the ninth.
hey, it's the holidays. I totally understand.
Yeah.
I'm the one that doesn't have much family around, so
Ah, that's all right. Well,
it
Zero One's
happens.
your family.
They are. It's kind of crazy how much they're my family.
You got the wacky ones, you got the crazy ones, you got the cool ones.
Exactly. I got
Yeah.
all of them.
Yes. So we got a cool one today, Menders. We got a guest that we've been trying to get on for a while. Circumstances had not allowed until today, but we have one half of the Power Trip, Jared Allen, going to be joining us in a few minutes, I think. I'm not sure what time exactly.
I'm excited. I like Jared.
Yes. I would say he's in that Sir category along with Cobra.
Yes. Well,
And
yeah.
yeah, there he is in the
There he
background.
is. Yeah. I
So,
but I've
oh,
been following him since he was Cardini, so
yes. Are we allowed to call him Cardini? Or not
no,
call him,
it's
but reference Cardini?
we can say as long as it's like formerly known as.
Okay. I just want to make sure I don't step on toes because he does frighten the bejesus out of me. So, something cool to talk about, Menders. Next week, no guest, as
Nope.
we've talked about. Uh, we're going to be doing our year end of the season awards episode, and
It's our
I had
anniversary
originally
show, isn't it?
it's also our 1 year anniversary. It's very exciting. Uh-oh. I just got
What'd you do?
the Iggy that the low battery light just came on my headset.
I'm going to cackle. Y'all should have seen Reb earlier as he
Ah,
has this cord plugged in and he's sitting like this. And I was like, is this how you're going to run the entire show today? Is with you down here like this? Hi, Stace. He's got to put his headset back on. So we're going to let that happen. How you feeling there, Reb? Is it better now? Uh-oh. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. We're going to play this game. Hey, it's been minutes since we've had technical difficulties, so nope. I can see that you're trying to. I can hear her, but I can't hear you.
to turn it back on
Wait,
again.
there you
And
are.
all right, can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
All right. What would an episode be without some technical difficulties?
Here, we've been doing really good too for a little while.
What? Oh, I know. I, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, you better say thank you, honey.
Yeah, she may have saved the show because one half of my head does not do me justice. All right. So
But
as I was saying, so next week we're doing the end of the season awards on top of having our anniversary episode. Now, originally we were going to call it the Reb Awards. You can see recognizing excellence and brilliance. That's still kind of what we're doing, but the original name that I had suggested, you guys shot me down on, but then Rob suggested it a couple weeks ago. So I gave us the ability to use it. So
yep,
since somebody else, so it's going to be the Shooty Awards. There you see it right there. We're going to cover everything. We're going to cover Thursday Night Throwdown. We're going to cover the main shows. Rookie of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, Wrestler of the Year, all the high spots that you can
Why
expect, and
don't
we're
you
going to
just
do
run
that.
through all the categories real quick?
Oh, we can
If
do
we've
that.
got time.
We got time. Um, just run it down here. So we're going to be doing Rookie of the Year, Match of the Year, Moment of the Year, which I think was a unanimous decision from the caucus.
Yep.
Uh, Tag Team of the
Rivalry
Year,
was too.
yeah. Comeback of the Year, Rivalry of the Year, Referee of the Year, Ring Announcer of the Year, Manager of the Year, Thursday Night Throwdown Match of the Year, and also Thursday Night Throwdown Wrestler of the Year, and then overall Wrestler of the Year. So we got a lot to get into next week, but I think we behaved ourselves along with our group and made some good decisions. I think.
Yeah.
Uh, thank you, boss. He says good name.
Thanks,
The
boss.
Yeah, the other one might have been a tad egotistical if we'd have called it the Rev Awards.
Just a touch.
Just a smidgen.
I'm on this podcast too.
Yes, you are, and you are an integral part. Even though, I mean, you saddled me with CMC a couple weeks ago.
Oh, wine. Hey, speaking of, I got you a present for Saturday night at the show.
Uh,
Look. I got you a brand new headband. Or
it's
do-rag or
ironic
whatever you
because I
want to
got
call
my
it.
it's ironic because I got my High Lives hat on right now. It's just turned around backwards. But I've got no problem supporting Jordan Perry. He's a good egg. He's a friend of mine.
Hey, just like you. Wait, what? Sorry.
Minderz. Did you forget the meeting? We don't talk
Oh,
like
that's
that.
right. I'm sorry. I forgot about the meeting. Yes, boss.
All right. So that's what we got coming up next week. The week after, no show. Thanksgiving week. We got a lot of I think preparations in each of the domiciles for Thanksgiving. So we're gonna take the night off that week. Oh, look, Suzanne says she got one too. There you go. We'll be twinsies.
We'll be triplets.
There you go.
I got one
Oh,
too.
the wife texted me. Text me your Wendy's order. Don't order the spicy chicken sandwich. She knows me too well. It's
So
so
what do we
good,
got
but
coming
it
up the
just
week after Thanksgiving?
the week after Thanksgiving, I believe we're going to have our pal Stepstool Stara going to be joining us, if I'm not
I'm so
mistaken.
excited about them being
Yes,
on.
yes. And then the first week of December, we're going to have LDLC with us.
That was my get. That was my
Yeah,
get.
yep. You got that one. I think you made that happen on Saturday. And then David
I
just
did.
says we have a Black Friday show as well. Interesting.
I
So
was just getting ready to say that. I knew you and I talked about if they had one on Thanksgiving,
right.
but we have to discuss if we think we want to do that one or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to talk it over with the wife, but
Yeah, I agree because
she is the boss.
I got a lot going on that weekend too, so
Yes.
we'll see what
Well,
happens.
Minders, should we get to our guest? He's been waiting
Yes,
patiently here for the
please.
last couple minutes. All right, you want to do the
Yes.
honors?
Sure. Our guest today is the better half of the Power Trip, Jared Allen, formerly known as Cardini. Hi, sir.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Oh,
We're
not too bad. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
She's always got to
inconveniencing me.
throw a little shade at Lander.
What'd you say?
Says she's always got to throw a little
him.
shade at Lander every chance she gets.
Well, sometimes it's well deserved.
Ugh.
All right, Reb. Start it off, because
All right, so you've been back just under a year in 01. You came back in, I want to say it was March, if my memory
I
serves,
think
along with Casey.
Casey and I first showed up in February. Sounds right to me. In February, March. I don't know.
Okay.
Can't
So how's it feel? How's it felt being back? I mean, you've had some battles with Connolly. You did the war games and all that stuff. Now you started the tag team with Lander. So where's your head at in 01 at the moment?
I think Lander and I, him and I have a interesting past. If anybody knows, any of our history and other places, we haven't done too much work in 01, but it's good to be on the same side of the ring with him again. Because just last year I was busy getting Spanish Fly off a turnbuckle to a gym floor by him. So, as much as I enjoyed my singles time when I returned to the company, really looking forward to going after teams like Casa Headache and Country Air some more.
I'd like to see you guys go after Country Air again. That was so good. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're at a 1-1 standstill here, so someone's got to break it.
Yep. I agree. Actually, the other day, speaking of your previous stuff, I actually, a couple year memory popped up on my Facebook. And it was of you, Lander, Jimmy Carrot, and KC Jackson.
Oh my!
All for the PWA championship.
Oh.
I was like, oh man, it'd been a minute.
I got my hip hurt in that match. I got thrown off the top turnbuckle to the gym floor there through some chairs.
Yep.
That was a 50-minute long match. That was
right in front of me. Yep, you were right at our feet. So
long night that was.
Yeah. Very long.
And I think Jimmy, that Jimmy was a little bit different Jimmy than we maybe that we see nowadays. That was a dirty Jimmy back then. But Jimmy and I had a lot of history in from basically late 2017 to 2020 when COVID shut us down. COVID really killed a lot of good things that Jimmy and I had going on.
Yeah, it did. But all right, so here's one of our questions. Who do you look up to in the business that got you into the business, and how did you get into the business?
So if I had to say who I look up to, I really was a big Edge and Triple H fan as a kid. I can't sit here and say that I watched wrestling during the Attitude Era, but watching it as an adult, all those characters and larger than life personalities, those are really cool to watch and watch the style wrestling that isn't all flashy, flippy, slap our legs as much as we can.
Thigh slap.
And the reason I look up to guys like Triple H and Edge, or like Evolution as a whole, is a good example. Is just because I've done so much. I've been such a douchebag in the ring for so long that had to get. Those are guys are good examples of who made me feel pissed off as a kid, no matter what they did.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
How'd
you get into the business?
So I was good friends with Derek Moss. Some of you may know him. Hasn't been around as 0-1 a whole lot, but Derek and I played baseball together as teenagers, and I was kind of distant from wrestling at that time in my life, probably like 16, and he was starting, and I made a bunch of fun of him. And that was like 2010, and then I had started watching again around 2013, and then I finally went to a show of his in 2014, and just a few short months later, certain company that we don't like to talk about very much opened up their second iteration of their school in Springfield, and the rest is history from there. I trained for 9 months before I had my first match. It was quite the hard. It was a hard work. I was also a lot. If you saw me back then, you probably wouldn't believe me. I was about 100 pounds lighter, and if I was still the wrestler that I was back then, there would be no calling me the power trip.
I remember you coming into 0-1 as them.
Yeah, that was a good time.
That was a real good time. And having your dispute with the low lifes, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and there was a time of tagging with Chainsaw King before that, which that name is kind of iffy for some people, but it was a good time for me. And them is also a touchy subject for some, so maybe I don't know. But if I said it wasn't a good time, then I'd be lying. We had a lot of good tag matches then.
Yep.
Good battles with the low lives. Another match I really enjoyed was the Hooligans at Ranch. That was a great time. The only time I got to work with those guys, and during that time too, I also did a lot of not a lot, but I had a little bit of a singles thing going on with Alex Herzog, so that was a interesting dynamic of characters and some fun matches as well.
Very much so. Alex is a trip. Herzog is a trip.
So
Yeah. Go ahead.
So
Mon.
you talked about like being drawn to the heels and how to be a douche in the ring and all that. What drew you to like the hardcore kind of brawling style? Is it just fits you your philosophies?
That's really something that I had to. Sorry, my ether is getting wrapped up here. That's something that I developed over the last few years more so. Probably the last. Let's see, we're going into year 9 when 2024 comes around. So I'd say the last 5 years, the most recent half of my career has been where I made that transition, because when I came into this, I was a pasty white, skinny kid, because I had lost weight for wrestling. I was big, got small, now I'm big again. Anyway, and when I started wrestling in 2015, it was the height of like 205. I think 205 Live and the Cruiserweight Classic and all that stuff was kind of taking WWE and TV by storm, and independent wrestling and Japanese wrestling. It was so, flashy based and stuff, and still is. And that just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't helping me with fans. It wasn't helping me as a character. And then when I transitioned to my Cardini character, it just really, really didn't fit. And then once I got big again and wasn't getting small anytime soon, I decided the best thing for my build and longevity really was just to utilize the strength that I possess.
Reb's a big fan of Haas fights, so
I'm
you
big
fit
on Haas
right
fights.
in his shtick.
I'm all about doing less and making it look as good as it can.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Making it hurt.
Yeah.
No point in doing 1,000 things in 30 seconds if I can accomplish the same with 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. Go ahead, Reb.
Well, I think the thing that most of the fans remember from this past run is the matches you've had with Connolly, and you kind of had his number this year. He didn't have a whole lot of luck with you, whether you were just laying him out or whatever. I don't know if you heard yet or not. He's got a cage match with Joey on the 9th of December for the title, and I gotta wonder if Connolly wins, because those pesky lowlifes, Joey. I gotta think you'd probably gotta be up at the top of the list to get a shot if Connolly walks out with the belt.
Well, you would think that, wouldn't you? I mean, I would consider our business unfinished, and it just got kind of left there, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But wrestling is what it is back in some aspects, and they don't like to have too many tag teams break off for singles matches. But if I had the chance, I would jump at it in a heartbeat.
Jabari, 20 plus reps of 225, beast mode.
Depends on what lift. If we're talking bench, it's probably somewhere in the 30s.
There you go.
All right.
But I mean, we saw you in the ring against Theo White, and for an upstart, I want your opinion on how he's doing.
Theo, I don't remember wrestling Theo White.
Pretty sure you did.
When did I do that?
Now I gotta look. Am I wrong, Reb? You usually
you might be you might be wrong here.
Am I wrong?
Theo's
Sure.
the guy that runs with Joey these days. They got a team called Hot and Heavy mainly in Edgewood. They've been on a few of the main shows. He's another big guy. He's falls in that Haas fight.
I think him and I could have a good match.
Huh.
Him.
Oh, hey, Rob is chiming in. I don't think Jared worked Theo. LMAO.
Maybe
He's
that's
laughing at
just
you,
something
Minderz.
maybe that's what I've just been trying to make happen. Maybe that's where that's coming from.
Maybe you've been fantasizing.
Yeah. Hey,
maybe.
We tend to make things happen on the show. We just put things out in the universe and they miraculously just come about. So, maybe that'll happen one of these days. Maybe we'll get Power Trip against Hot and Heavy. Maybe we'll get Jared against Theo. Maybe we'll get Jared against Joey. You never know.
Yeah, I can't imagine Joey wants to step in the ring with me again. He knows what it's like.
I agree. He doesn't like to step in the ring with anybody that's actual competition if he doesn't have to. Whoops, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot about the meeting. My bad.
No, you're good. Oh, Rob Leach is in the chat. He's always in the chat checking it out. He says someday we got to get Jared Allen on Thursday Night Throwdown or Throwdown. There are a lot of people that need to be put in their places.
I agree. Let's make it happen.
Rob's the GM down there in Edgewood, so he can make it happen.
Present a paycheck that's bigger than $15, and we'll see what's up.
All right.
There you go.
You heard it there.
I heard it. Hey, Reb, why don't we run through some of the card for the Terre Haute show? Unless you've got more questions.
All right. Well, I know, Jared, you warned me that you don't know a whole lot of the Edgewood talent from the dojo, so we're not going to make you go through the card with us on that one. But
it's probably a good thing we'd have to explain to him who they all are.
Yeah. Plus, I know I need more than $15 to get him to come in and tune up CMC for me.
There you go.
I've beaten up CMC once, I think.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it too.
Not at 0-1, but or wait, maybe at 0. I don't know.
Well, you roughed him up at 0-1, but I don't think it was in an official match. It was in a tag match, I think.
You're right.
No, wasn't that the one? It was. He attacked him after the War Games celebration.
Yeah.
Yep, we did, and I think I wrestled him at War Games too, I guess. So.
Yep.
Right.
But anyway.
All right. So let's run through some of these here. You got it locked up. This is the event in Terre Haute. November 18th in the West Vigo Community Center where we did the last Terre Haute show, if I remember right.
Yep.
And so just a few of the matches they've announced so far. Speaking of hot and heavy, Joey and Theo taking on LDLC and Minderz' favorite, ZDP, in a tag match.
He's not my favorite, not by any means. This is one of those matches where I feel bad.
He's your Twitter buddy.
This is one of those matches where I feel bad for LDLC because I'm going to be rooting for Hot and Heavy, and I can't stand Joey. So there's that.
So you're hoping that Theo and DLC have a good match?
Yeah, sure am.
So what out of what you've seen out of DLC? He's new. Smaller guy. What's been your impression of him in the ring since you've seen him?
Guys like that, when they're that small, if you're going to be small, you better be aggressive. And I think that is something that he lacks. Maybe he needs a little bit, maybe he needs to get the fans a little bit more behind him, something like that. But I think that aggression is what he is missing, and that can help him get just that with the fans behind him. As much as I want to kick his ass, Anakin Murphy is probably Constant Headache's a good example of those things, being aggressive and maybe just a little bit stupid.
Don't you kind of have to be a little bit stupid just to be in wrestling, period?
Yeah, you have to be just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm not saying a lot, just a little bit.
No, yeah, Anakin's called Death Wish for a reason, I suppose.
Yeah.
But,
he's another guy I got unfinished business with. A lot of things earlier this year interrupted things I had going for me, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna hold off on picks, Minderz, until next week.
Please do.
Because
I haven't got all my picks yet. So.
All right. Next up, this one you go tag team. Got the highlights. This is Jordan Perry and CMC taking on Chris O'Brien and your buddy Casey Jackson.
That is my buddy.
Now is this Minderz? Is this maybe the second time that those two guys have teamed up? Was their first time on Saturday?
Yes, they were there Saturday. And
for the Thursday show?
Yeah.
It was the main show, but it was in the dojo.
It was in the dojo. They had dojo wars.
Yeah.
They did team up together. Didn't quite end up the way Casey, I think, hoped, but that's okay.
Yeah, Casey let me know about it.
Did he?
Him and I stayed up. We stayed up.
Yeah. So he seems like he's been trying to find the right partners. He tried ATM at the last show, trying Chris now.
Well, once he strayed away from me, I mean, I think he made quite a big mistake.
I was going to ask if he was still kind of tied in with you and Lander, if it's going to do a trio situation, or is he just kind of doing his own thing?
Seems like he's just doing his own thing, but I wouldn't hesitate to have him in my corner.
I wouldn't blame you. All right. So Jordan is, I guess, been trying to mentor CMC, trying to teach him how to be Is shady the right word, Minderz?
We'll say controversial.
Well, it seems to have taken from what I saw on Thursday from old CMC. Play a little dirty with her.
Chat. Casey's in
look
the
at that.
chat.
Casey's in the chat. Look at that.
There we go. What a boy.
Yep. Yeah, Casey, he's
He
been
knows.
on the show before. So.
He knows.
He
Yeah.
knows.
We've been around each other long enough. He knows.
Yeah.
The end of the match Saturday, I had to go back and look at my notes that I sent you, Mark. We had an Eddie finish. So that kind of explains a lot, doesn't it? High Life's won, but we had an Eddie finish. So
I heard. Heard it was a finish that happened.
it was a finish that happened.
Yes.
I will agree.
Can't say I've watched a whole lot of O'Brien, but if he's teaming up with KC, he's making the right decisions. Experience is going to usually trump most things. Jordan, I know Jordan's got that experience too. He's been around quite a long time. I'm not sure quite as long as KC. KC has been around a long, long time. Not that they could tell by looking at him. Fountain youth guy.
I know, right?
CMC, young, determined, but not only is KC experienced, KC will find his ways to win, but Jordan will too. But in the interest of nepotism, I'm going to go with KC and Chris.
All right. Sounds good.
Chris has been showing that mean streak too, though, ever since he turned his back on Devontae. And
I wrestled Devontae back in like January or February, somewhere else this year. And if I was Chris, I would have done the same thing.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Buddy too. We have a lot of buddies.
Well, speaking of Devontae, he's got himself a junior heavyweight championship match on the 18th. He's taking on Strike King himself, DeCobra. And I worry for Devontae in this match because Cobra's a bad man.
Cobra, look at him. So that's a man that strikes fear in your eyes.
Yes. But here's the thing. If you remember the last Terre Haute show, Devontae beat DeCobra.
Well,
but this time
I wouldn't remember.
Well, this time Cobra's going to be defending a belt, though. I think he's going to be a little bit extra motivated.
Yes, because he sent us out on the shootout.
How well did he beat him? Though we talking like a roll up? Did he beat him? Did he beat him well?
It was a roll up.
It was a roll up. He caught him, but
Devontae's ready. He says.
Oh, Devontae! I think Devontae's in the chat.
Whatever.
Plus, don't forget he's got that briefcase still, so
he does.
It could technically be a 2 out of 3 falls if he wanted to.
If he wanted to.
Well, not even sure that would. Not sure if that would even serve him well. I know Cobra's in great shape. He's got that endurance. Devontae, as much as I know that I can beat him up, he is in great shape too. But Cobra is one guy on the 0-1 roster that I have not had the opportunity, I don't believe, in any company or anywhere to be in the ring with before. Although I would love to. I think that would be a nice hard-hitting match.
Oh, I'd pay to see that one, definitely.
I've seen the Cobra. We already established that, bud.
Yeah. You know what, Mark? Let's throw that one out there in the universe too. Let's see.
Cobra and Jared
Allen and DeCobra.
Yeah, the boss listens to this, so he might be in the chat at some point. But
anyway, ultimately the answer is I'm going to do a Cobra there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on. Shining Light Championship. We've got Leslie Michelle, who I'm not overly familiar with, challenging the EOE, Reign Victoria. And I don't know. I mean, she had a hell match with Nixie on Saturday, from what I heard.
I'm interested to see what Jared Allen has to say about EOE.
I mean, I've had my time with her when we were
Yeah.
part of them, and if she wrestles the way that she did at that time period, then got no worries for her. She'll be fine.
It's yeah. I mean,
Unless she's turned over a new leaf, I'm unaware of.
I don't think so.
I
But
think the Leaf has kind of done a somersault because
yeah, it's done like a 360.
yeah,
Well, as long as she
EOE,
sticks,
authentic reign, back to EOE. We're good.
maybe she can be the authentic empress of corny or something. I don't know. Maybe she'll come out with a sickle, get weeds off corn plants.
All right. The next one I've got here, I've only got 6 matches, Minderz. I
Yep,
didn't
that's
miss
all
any.
I've got. The
All
ones I
right.
sent you today.
Next up, friend of the show, the Jet Benjamin Trust, taking on Sage Phillips. And
Hey, in case Jared doesn't know who Benjamin Trust is, you want to show him that video real quick, just so he remembers who
you
Benjamin
just
Trust
want to see
is?
the video again.
I do.
All right, here we go.
Okay, right there.
The
Commander
Jet
was a
was the
strong
one
man.
that went flying.
Gonna
The Jet was the one that went flying.
Gonna pounce him and rack him off the middle rope. That's not fun.
Not for nothing. That Summer Beatdown show's on Patreon now, and I wanted to watch the first couple matches on my lunch break today, just so I could see that moment happen with Rob's reaction on the commentary, because I was curious, and it didn't disappoint.
No.
Everybody was, and seeing it with like in a different angle than what the one that we just saw was. So, and Benjamin does not like that video. Minderz plays it every time he comes to the ring. So,
well, I wouldn't either, but it'd be hard to subject me to that kind of flight path on a pounce. I mean, Kamara's a big boy, but there's a lot of mass to get up off the ground here.
Someone else will be announcing that match. I was afraid of that. But anyway, back to our guest.
I'm slightly familiar with Trust. I remember him from being on the past few shows I've been doing with him. I do know a little bit of Sage too. I did wrestle in a match with Sage in 2000. Had to have been 17 at 0-1. It was a 6-man match with a couple guys that the tag team. There was a couple guys from a tag team that used to be around called the Dirty, and they're Sage and Cooter Daniels was one of the other ones.
Oh, geez, Cooter.
Anyway, so I know Sage is more of a. I think if I remember right, he's more of a quick technician kind of guy.
Yeah, he's more kind of guy. Yeah,
I haven't. Can't really recall Trust's specific wrestling style, but if I'm remembering correctly, he's a little bit bigger than Sage.
Who is it? I think Lander's bigger than Sage. What are you talking about?
Lander's bigger than a lot of people nowadays. We're really power tripping over our own feet if he doesn't, chill it out a little bit. Anyway, just switch things up. Switch. I think I've gone with the batter guys of the matches so far. I'll just go ahead and give this one to Sage, just because I know him a little bit more.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Not sure if he would remember me as not Cardini, but that's fine.
I would love for you to refresh his memory sometime, though.
Yes, please. Would you please refresh his memory and wipe it clean? That would be great.
I can have another 6-on-1 handicap match like I did a few years ago, and he could be part of that.
There you go.
Say he lost to me 6-on-1.
There you go. All right. Well, let's. Minderz, should we talk about the main event?
Of course, he has history with one of the people in the main event.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how familiar he is with the other guy though. So inside a cage, Jared, you got Jimmy Carrot against B.A. Malkin, and I'm concerned.
I'm familiar enough with BA. I spent a lot of time. Well, I mean, I spent some time around him while he was still working his way up to his first match training. In Springfield. Spent a handful of sessions in the ring with him. Was always impressed by his work ethic and the shape that he showed up in, because you wouldn't believe some of the things we used to see show up to wrestling training. And then I watched the ladder match at Decatur.
Yeah.
What lengths he was willing to go there. But I know Jimmy all too well, and I know Jimmy will take, it's kind of like that meme: double it and give it to the next person. That's what Jimmy will do. Jimmy may be a fan favorite or a quote unquote good guy nowadays, but I know Jimmy's a bad man. I know Jimmy's pain tolerance makes me look like a bitch, for lack of better term.
Wow.
I've done a lot of crazy stuff to Jimmy to try to hurt him, and that is one dude that just gets back up, and now he's got that crazy Basil gunpowder helmet thing with him, and that seems to just give him an unlimited amount of energy and toughness. So, it's really going to be a toss up as to when you're in a cage. Not that I've got to be in too many, but I would assume, it's who's going to endure pain the longest.
Yeah.
And
Rob, quit giving him ideas.
I mean, he probably will. Not, I can't say that I would condone that. That cage is a little shaky. When Lander and Marvin were up there in Decatur, I was
scared. I
cage
thought I
match
was going to have a stroke when that happened.
Yeah.
But
we were all a little concerned for everybody's safety in that one.
It'll come down to who's going to tough it out the longest. But just based on my experience, I'd have to go with Jimmy. And I know last time when Jimmy was on here, he would, if I remember right, he said he hoped we'd cross paths again, and
he did.
That's something.
Yep.
Something I can agree with there.
Yeah.
I'd
he
like
had a
to
few
see
good names on his list.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned Warhorse, Cobra, yourself,
Camaro,
yeah.
Joey.
The,
well, he won't fight Joey. He's too scared of Joey. It's fine.
What? You just said he's scared of Joey.
Joey's scared of him.
As I say, Jimmy's not scared of Joey, is he?
Yeah, Jimmy's not scared of Joey. Joey's scared of Jimmy. I'll get it straight eventually. I'm gonna say it's all
it's a tongue twister.
It's all the sinus medicine I'm on. Okay, Lily.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's not like you to say Jimmy's afraid of anything.
He's not afraid of anything. That's what scares me.
Well, Jared, I believe you are not booked for the next couple shows. Hopefully, we'll see you pop up again in the new year.
I'll be there in Mattoon.
Oh, you'll be there on the 9th?
You'll be there on the 9th?
Yep.
Yay!
Right. Hey, cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what they got booked for you. I would imagine probably something with Lander, but
we'll see if Doc's still hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'd be hurt too if I had to face us again.
Hey, I got to hold Doc though after they thought he was hurt. So
yeah, the water bottle.
There was a little water bottle that had a picture of Doc on it. That was and I got to hold it for the whole match.
Ironically, about the same size as Lander.
Yeah, ironically.
Yeah, I try not to sell him short. He's very good.
Hey, Rob made a comment. Did you catch that?
Rob, Power Truth will be in action in Mattoon. Exciting match scheduled. Stay tuned.
See, he knows more than I do.
Yep.
He knows more than most of us do.
Rob has become something of a jack of all trades now. He's not just a ring announcer anymore. He does commentary. He does the GM in Edgewood. He's one of the big kahunas in 0-1 now. So if we got questions, he's usually the guy we go to.
Yep.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing who you're going to be facing on the 9th in Mattoon, and hopefully, I'm hoping for big things out of you two in the new year. Also, who knows? Maybe we'll get that match with Constant Headache. You can settle your business with Anakin.
Yeah,
And
there's business there to settle, and if we get to the point, maybe we'll explain the personal history there that I guarantee 99% of people wouldn't know about.
yeah, Minderz, I know we talk about doing a Tales from the Indies kind of an episode with some of the vets, and I think Jared might be a good addition to that because I'm sure
I
you've got
agree.
some.
We're
I wanna
trying to
work-
get people together like Jordan, you, Jimmy,
JP.
Casey, JP, a lot of you guys together that have been in the business for a while, that have some really good backstage stories to kind of tell. And we want to do it, but not on the
Not on the
0-1
podcast.
shootout. Not on
No,
a
we're
0-1. We'll do it on our other podcast.
like a bonus.
So,
That's for the YouTube channel. But
yeah.
Most the best, in my opinion, the best stories are sourced from the road.
Yes.
The car ride.
We
just
agree.
Oh yeah,
something
I
else.
love road stories. Then
We agree.
That's why I love Jim Ross's books so much because he's got all those road stories from back in the 70s and into the 80s.
Love me some documentaries and stories like that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, Jared, we appreciate making the time to hang out with us for a little bit. Do you got anything else you want to say before we let you go?
I don't think so. If you're planning on showing up in the tag team division, watch out.
And where can everybody find you on social media?
Let's see. My Facebook is Jared Allen, FKA Cardini. My Instagram and Twitter, I think, are both now just FKA Cardini. X.
Yeah.
Not very active.
Whatever it is.
Not very active on X. More of a Facebook and Instagram guy.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, Casey's got to be in there too. Like when Madman
Yeah,
did 2 of my
I said
tires.
Casey.
Oh, did you? I didn't catch that
Yeah.
one.
He did.
Okay. My hearing's not so good. But, oh yeah.
Yes.
Make a note of this one, Minderz, and we'll have to make sure we ask about that.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Casey's probably got more than any of us. That's a many people may not know that's a well-traveled guy right there.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Jared. We appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
All right. See you.
Bye.
All right, see you later.
That was fun.
That was fun. Yeah. Oh, Rob chimed in. First, we story about Madman. Yeah, I'm sure we'd get more than a few stories about Madman if we did this roundtable discussion. So
I'm sure.
I don't know. Maybe we have to get Robin on this too.
May as well. You know what? We're gonna have like 20 people in on this. We're gonna have to break it down and
yeah, maybe a series. It's like remember that Legends of Wrestling roundtable show that was on the WWE Network when it was like Mean Gene and Dusty and Pat Patterson, and they were just telling stories. Do something like that. Find a roundtable that didn't get broken at the NWA pay-per-view.
Right.
Oh boy,
right.
They stepped in it too. We'll talk about that later though.
Where do we want to start now? Because we need to run through some stuff.
We gotta talk about Thursday Night Throwdown from this past week.
Okay.
All right. I just watched it literally when I got home from work, as I usually do.
This morning, so we'll see how good my memory is.
I usually don't watch it with the sound on. I had the drive-through on in my headphones when I was watching, so I was able to multitask. Some darn good matches on the show from this past Thursday. I think I actually have the results up on my crawl.
I see you're gonna have to refresh my memory because I think Saturday and Thursday are kind of running together for me.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this past Thursday, Hot and Heavy beat the New Guys.
That was a really good match.
It was. A lot of friction going on between Theo and Joey.
Yep, there is. And I don't know about you, but the New Guys are stepping up a lot in my thought process. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, changes galore this week. I think everything you have is correct, but a lot changed the past day or two before the matches were announced.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up, Rob.
LDLC beat Myron and Devontae in a 3-way match. What'd you think of that one?
We were all shocked by that. Was that what it was originally? Wasn't that 4-way match to begin with?
I think it was a 4-way. I forget who the fourth was supposed to be in that.
because I was thinking there was 2 of them that we thought could win it, and then there were 2 that we didn't think would win it, and we were wrong on all
Yeah,
accounts.
I think I had Devontae. I think you had Myron.
I had Myron.
But yeah, DLC shocked us though.
He did. I was gonna try to look to see if I could find what that was supposed to have been.
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk about the next one. Yeah.
Luminary beat Hippie Johnny.
That one didn't surprise me.
No, not really. It was a solid outing though from both of them. So, B.A. Malkin beat Tommy Davis. I sent you a message today, Minderz, after I saw that match.
You did.
I said I want to see B.A. Malkin and Tommy Davis as a tag team.
Oh, the Angler was supposed to be in there too. That was who the other one was supposed to be.
Thank you, David. He put that in the chat.
Oh,
so thank you, sir.
So I figured it out just as he figured it out. Okay.
I loved the matchup between those two guys, and just their two styles together. I think they make for a hell of a tag team.
I don't know. I think BA. I don't know how well BA actually works as a tag team.
Yeah, that's the issue. He doesn't exactly play well with others.
No, he doesn't. Okay. I wasn't crazy. Okay.
Well, not for that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chris O'Brien beat Lobo the Hobo.
Yep.
I think you had Lobo on that one.
I did. Yeah. I had Lobo on that one.
Yeah. CMC beat ATM in the Battle of the Initials, and I don't know if I tried telling everybody about CMC.
Oh yeah, I was trying to remember. Hey, you know what?
He's a shifty little bastard.
If the ref doesn't see it, it didn't happen.
Now you're sounding like Jordan.
Well, the ref didn't see it, it didn't
throw
happen.
This up? Yeah,
of course.
I don't want to hear CMC get on his high horse because he'll just prove me right all the more.
Go ahead and start typing them out for us, Rob, so we know what's going on.
I'll give you the rules for the 4-corner survival match. When you get to it, it might be confusing.
Okay.
All right. Oh, yeah, because we're going to get to the card on this coming Thursday.
Yep.
Let's see. Where did I leave off? Mad Dog beat Ashlyn Alexander.
We both had Mad Dog, but again, it wasn't easy.
Oh, Ashlyn. No, Connolly had to earn it because Ashlyn beat the brakes off of her a little bit there. They were trading, yes. That's for sure.
Yes. That match was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, then Ashlyn, I think, has Cardi this week. So I think we made that happen last week.
I'm a little concerned about Cardi, honestly. But okay.
Yeah, because we brought Ashlyn up to Cardi last week.
We did.
Oops. All right. Sorry, well, anyway, before we get to that, we got to talk about the main event, the tag team championship match. Constant Headache, taking on the O'Neal brothers. Hell of a clash of styles there, but I really enjoyed the match though.
Anakin came out confident too. Did you notice that?
Yeah, and beltless.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. He came out confident. He didn't even bring the belt with him, so he knew he was keeping it. That was the one thing I noticed. I was like, oh, he's confident. All right, this is what we're doing. Got it.
As when Awesome Kong wrestled Mickey Knuckles and she didn't bring her NWA Women's Championship with her.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd be that confident. Mickey was not happy about that. Yeah, I don't think
Mickey was not happy. Neither was Ian, for that matter. It was an IWA show, and
oh, geez,
Ian
that
was
doesn't
pissed.
surprise me. Yeah, I bet. All right,
I was kind of pissed. I want to see the belt. I'm a belt mark, so.
I know you are.
All right. Let's see. So let's get into this the show tomorrow here, Minderz. While we got.
You want to do that or run through Saturday real quick?
Oh, let's run through Saturday. I don't have a lot to say about Saturday because I wasn't there. You know, wedding anniversary and all. I had to tend to more important business, but just kind of. Just kind of run the show down for me, Minderz, if you would.
I had to go back to our chat because where I wrote the results when I wrote them to you. I was like, wait, let me go back now. So we start off the night with Angler versus the Glitch in a pre-show.
The Gitch.
Glitch. Did I not say that very clear? Sorry.
You almost said Gitch.
Gitch. Anyway, Glitch won. Then we had Hippie Johnny versus Cat. Mm-hmm. And Hippie Johnny won. That one I kind of wanted Cat. I really wanted High Voltage Cat to win that one. So
How was the match though? Was it competitive? Was it
it was
one
good. It was
sided?
pretty good. It was a pretty good match. Everybody. It was very much everybody in there was kind of torn. You had people yelling for Hippie. You had people yelling for High Voltage. So it was a good mixture. It was
Okay.
a sportsmanship match, as I call it.
I am a fan of High Voltage. I think she's dynamite. So
Yes. Oh, and I will say, I think High Voltage was Clay's favorite from the night. Clay
okay.
was real impressed with High Voltage. So, then start of the show, we had Max W House versus DLC in a, what did they call it? A student. What did they call it?
Like
A
a
student
showcase, I think they called it.
showcase. There you go. A student showcase
Yeah.
match. It was very competitive, but definitely you can tell they're both still learning and they're still growing. So
Yeah.
it was a good match. DLC did win clean. So I got it, David. I got it. And then we had EOE versus Nixie.
Long awaited too. That's been cooking for a while.
See, here's the thing though. This is what I was playing in my head during it though. Nixie had the beef with Authentic Rain, not necessarily with EOE Rain. So the dynamic was a little off, a little different. But I mean, EOE won, so that's all that really matters.
Was Nixie intimidated? Freaked
No,
out at
I
all
wouldn't say
by EOE?
intimidated. I wouldn't say intimidated. You know Nixie. Nixie's not really intimidated by anybody.
Nixie's
She goes
very
out there.
confident.
She's very confident in what she can do.
Yes.
So,
and very capable.
Yes. Then we had the High Lifes, and Jordan confessed to CMC that he had been cheating.
It's a Maury Povich moment.
It was. And CMC was upset, as you would figure.
Well, hey, credit to Jordan for the honesty, though.
Yes, very much so. And I told CMC him and I need to have heart to heart so I can explain more of this. Because I kept yelling something at the ring, and I'm not sure if I want to repeat it on here.
Was it vulgar?
It wasn't vulgar.
Minderz.
If you're not cheating, you ain't trying. So that was
the old Guerrero's axiom.
Exactly. What? So obviously High Lifes versus Casey and Chris O'Brien. It was an Eddie finish, which CMC was not real happy with and kind of stormed off upstairs because he saw everything that happened. But they won.
You know what?
So
I don't buy it. I think it was an act because I saw what he did on Thursday.
Oh,
he did that 2 days before Dojo Wars. So
but he didn't know.
He knew. Come on.
He didn't
might
know
look dumb,
Jordan
but he's not that dumb.
He doesn't look dumb. Whatever. And then we had Victor Analog versus Cutthroat Kenny Calix. You missed out.
I'm sorry that I missed.
You missed out. That was so good. Poor Kenny's chest. By the time that one was over.
Hamburger?
Holy crap. Both of them. It was rough. That was another one that Clay was impressed with, was Kenny. He was very impressed with Kenny. So, and great, I brought my cousin. He'd never seen 01 show, but he's a big wrestling fan. And I think we got him hooked. So I think we're going to see more of him.
Come on.
Oh, okay. Totally missed that part, but all right. But
well, how is that fair to Jordan? Come on.
Exactly. But okay.
CMC's such a schmuck sometimes.
Let's see.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, kid, and sometimes you got to wear milk bone underwear.
So then we had our break, and then we came back. When we came back, I was really caught off guard, but I hurried up because it was BA versus Knox.
Ooh. Hey, I have a quick question. During the intermission, how did they do the gimmicks? Because not a lot of room in that building for gimmick tables and things.
They had people sitting around the edge of the stage, or around the edge of the ring.
The stage.
The stage.
It's showtime.
Okay. So where like where I usually sit at there on the edge. So it was like
Mhm.
CMC, Jordan, and then Conley, uh everybody that had merch was kind of just sitting around the edge of the ring over on the two sides that where people were at. So that was how they set that up.
So probably a good thing we didn't bring our gimmicks to the show.
There's no way
It
I
would
could
have
have brought
been
our
over.
gimmicks to the show.
Well,
Ain't
you
no
had
way.
help. You had Clay with you.
Clay, yeah, he was a lot of help, but he had to worry about me. It's all about me.
That's true. We all worry about you, Minderz.
For some reason, and I don't understand why. I'm kind of to the point. I got this. I can take care of myself.
You made it through Dirty
Okay.
Vegas.
I did. So
Yep.
BA's
All right.
not
So
happy with me again, but that's beside the point.
what did you do?
So I made a sign,
Mhm.
and the sign said, "Beware flying iron cakes."
That's
He didn't
good
like my
advice.
sign. It was good
I
advice,
thought
and he didn't like my
it seems like it
sign.
would be helpful
You
because
think?
he didn't beware the iron cakes once, and look what happened to him.
And I may or may not have been wearing this when he came out.
Oh, Minderz. Now wait, that's autographed memorabilia. You don't want to wear that out. You're going to smudge the autograph off of it.
No, it's on the outside, so I'm okay.
Okay.
But
Did you at least
yeah,
offer to let him wear the mask during the match to protect him from the iron cakes?
I did. I told him he could wear it as long as I got it back.
But he's a tough guy, so he kept it off. And
Yeah, he's like, no, he didn't want it.
did he taste the cakes in the match?
I don't remember if he did or not. I know the first time the iron cakes came at him, he did manage to dodge them. So I can't remember. I know he introduced his foot to Devontae's family jewels at the end of the match.
Hey,
But
hey, if you ain't cheating, you
yeah,
ain't trying.
I understand. I can't say that for one and not say it for another. So, but
Not
also
for
at the
nothing.
same
I
time,
think
Chris O'Brien and Casey Jackson had came back out to kind of try to talk with Devontae Knox and through Devontae's
we're talking
like
recruitment, or were they just messing with him?
like recruitment.
Ooh,
Like
interesting.
KC tried to give Devontae the briefcase to use on BA,
What?
which is what kind of
Interesting.
instigated the letting the foot meet the nether regions. So
That's an interesting wrinkle there.
that is an interesting wrinkle.
That, I mean,
That's the reason I'm
I
kind of
know.
interested to see where things go come next Saturday with KC and Chris being there and Devontae having the match with DeCobra. So we'll see.
Yeah. Cobra doesn't suffer tomfoolery very well. So
No tomfoolery with the king.
I'm going to throw this out there. If Cobra does retain over Knox, I would love to see Cobra and KC one-on-one for that title.
I love KC, but KC needs to do something to earn it first.
Well, we'll see how the tag team match goes with the High Lives. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can score a pin on CMC. Easy target. You know.
Well, I'm not going to argue.
He's all up in his feelings. That's you don't win matches with feelings, Minderz. And
oh, I will. All right, Casey, that sounds good. Then we had Shaza and also the Luminary. Sorry.
Real quick, not for nothing. Devontae, I think, needs a Taste the Cakes T-shirt.
Oh, that's. If he wasn't fighting the Cobra next week, I would totally make the sign.
If you only known that before last Saturday.
Yes. That's all right. We'll see what's going on the 9th.
I'll see what I can come up with for a Taste the Cakes T-shirt design, and then find a way to get that to Devontae.
Did I lose?
Hey, also speaking of T-shirts, Devontae wore our T-shirt to the ring on Saturday.
He did. I made sure to see him before the show so we could give him his birthday, or I could give him his birthday present.
Yes, very cool, very cool. And all right, and then I think all that's left is the main event, right? Hot and Heavy against Marvin and Connolly.
So
wait, no, you were going to talk about Shaza and Luminary.
Sorry, my computer keeps freezing, so we might both be having technical difficulties tonight.
Oh, boy.
Shaza and the Luminary.
Yes.
Shaza did beat the Luminary. It was a very good match. Shaza has definitely got most of the 0-1 behind her after that match. So it will
I
be
dig
interesting to
I
like Shaza a lot. But at the end, Shaza put out the challenge that she had beat the Shining Light champion, or former Shining Light champion. So that should mean that she should get a shot against Rain. So December 9th, they announced that Shaza versus Rain will be happening. And Shaza won in very definitive fashion.
Interesting. I just saw Shaza had a match with, I think it was Maki Ito in GCW last weekend also, I think on Friday. And also very competitive, you know. It's a hell of a weekend, yeah.
It's a hell of a weekend.
Yeah.
And then we had our main event.
All right. So now just to remind people of the stipulation, Connolly and Marvin had to win for Connolly to get his cage match on December 9th with Joey.
Yes, and they threw another angle.
Yeah, I believe it was if Joey and Theo won, then Rob would have the cage match with Connolly.
Correct.
That's what I heard. So
yes, that is.
Imagine Rob was very nervous during that match.
Rob, were you nervous? I'm just curious.
Did Rob know about this before the match, or was it something
Not
that
until
Joey sprung on him?
Said it. Yeah, Joey sprung it on him. Yeah, Joey sprung it on him. Marvin has new gear. He came out in new gear, in different gear.
Interesting. Wait, did he have the flag?
Nope.
Oh.
Right? And Rob was nervous as all hell.
Understand it. I wouldn't want to be in a cage with Connolly. I don't blame him.
Nope. No way. But
So Marvin's retired the flag?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. But anyway, like we kind of talked about earlier, Marvin pinned Joey, and so we get our match on the 9th in a steel cage.
Wait, did he?
Yeah, he did come out
finish?
as Little Mad Dog, huh? No, he came out as Little Mad Dog. It was kind of funny. Like Mad Dog had put the collar on him. No,
jeez.
Mad Dog had the dog collar on him. It was really funny.
Oh,
and something else that happened. Victor called out Cobra.
Ooh.
So
run it back?
We might be running it back.
Man, if it's half as good as that match they had in Decatur, then I'm all for it.
Exactly. Yep, I'm down. So there's your Saturday rundown. That's what happened.
All right. Well, thank you, Minderz.
I'm so glad I
sent having all the details.
I'm so glad I sent you messages to go along the whole time. I remembered. I'm so proud.
Yes, I was sitting in a very nice restaurant getting messages about the results of the show as we went. So
I did my best.
It was appreciated. Yes, you did an admirable job. I'm glad your cousin had a good time.
Yeah. Like I said, he
will be returning to more 0-1 shows.
Yep, he's hoping, as long as he can get approval. So.
Very nice.
Yep.
From his boss.
Yeah, his boss. His wife and his daughter. Yep.
Oh.
As long as he has their approval. 2 bosses.
2 bosses. It's like you got to get approval from Sugar.
And I have to get approval from Sugar. Although Sugar doesn't. She can tell me no and I still leave anyway. I just get the cold shoulder when I get back.
That's why she's always so mad when you come home.
Yeah, it has to be.
It's not because of me.
Yeah. I did ask her earlier if she wanted to see you. I had her on my lap earlier. And when I had to put her down so I could plug in the cord on the computer. And she took off out the door. So I guess that was a no. She didn't want to see you tonight, apparently.
I guess so. Well, Noodles has been scarce also.
Maybe it's the weather.
She popped up here and there, but maybe it is. I don't know.
Maybe it's the weather.
All right. Well, Minderz,
let's move on.
Get out here, let's talk about tomorrow here.
Yeah, because apparently we've got some rules too. pass along.
Apparently.
So
Well, let's see. So first off, we got our tag team match. Dual Shock, Glitch and IP Mason taking on Max W House and 5-star Jesse J.
do we have pictures?
Yeah, Cardi is indisposed in this one, so Max is stepping up to fill in.
Okay. Oh, so you. Oh, wait. Okay.
What?
You must have. These must
Hang
be
on.
the changes. Oh, okay. I'm seeing. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So let's talk about this tag match here.
The fourth. Okay.
It's yeah. Why don't I? Oh, that's how you take the picture down. All right. So Mason and the Glitch, little rocky last few weeks.
Little Rocky. Little Rocky.
Angler's always sniffing around. He might get involved again. You never know. 5-star and Max as a tag team. What do you think about the pairing?
I'm okay with it. I think they both have a good energy. I think they'll do well together, actually. It's not Cardi in 5-star, so it can't be the 5-star
No.
Cardi party. But
No,
it's going to be a
it's the
caffeinated
5-star
5-star.
coffee party. It's the 5-star coffee party.
There you go. It's the 5-star coffee party. Man, that's even harder to say. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tongue twister there. Pick me a winner here, Minderz.
I gotta go 5-star. You know I love my boy.
5-star's our buddy.
and Max.
I like 5-star. I haven't had a lot of interaction with Max. We have to get him on the show at some point.
We will.
But,
We'll try to get him on.
Yeah. But with that said, I am going to go with Dual Shock on this. You know me, I'm big on tag team experience and chemistry. And even though they've been a little bit chippy with each other, they're still more experienced as a team than Max and 5-star. If it was 5-star and Cardi, I'd have a very different answer for you.
I figured you would.
Right.
But
no disrespect intended to 5-star or Mr. House.
Makes sense.
All right. Next up here. Let's see. Gold Rush Tournament. So this is for the title shot against Theo. It's part of the tournament. FTG, and that's Frodo, I believe.
Yes, that's Frodo.
Frodo the Gnome. Is that if I got that correct?
I can't remember what it was. Rob, help me out.
I think that's what the G stands for. Taking on Anakin Murphy, of course, one half of the tag team champions here. And I don't know. I still don't know. I've only seen one match of Frodo, so I'm still learning about Frodo. So I got to go with Anakin on this one, just out of familiarity.
Anakin's got Death Wish, so I think it's going to be Anakin.
Okay. Fair enough. All right.
I think it's going to be a good match, though. I do think it'll be a good match.
I'm sure it will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
excited
I'm
about
looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good one. Non-title.
Right.
Theo White taking on Tommy Davis. And Tommy's not the kind of fellow you push around. He's going to give it as well as he takes it with Theo.
Yeah, we saw that last week.
Especially after that.
Tommy and BA.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that match was hard-hitting for sure.
Very much so.
With that said, though, I'm going to go Theo on this one.
I'm going back to my if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, and Theo's been doing a lot of trying lately. So I think it's going to be Theo.
Yeah. Hopefully
I think there's going to be a lot of chicanery, but...
Well, hopefully Theo's got his head on straight, because there's been a little bit of miscommunication with him and Chan and Joey. I think you mentioned it in the main event of the... But you mentioned in the main event, when you were breaking it down for me, that there was a little miscommunication that led to Marvin getting the win on Joey.
There was. And if you haven't seen the video, go to 01 and check out the video of what happened after the match.
Oh yeah, there was a come to Jesus meeting up in the catacombs of the dojo there.
Sure was.
With an interesting interaction also toward the end. I'm not going to spoil it, but
go check it out. You definitely need to.
Yes. All right. So we're both saying Theo for this one here, Minderz?
Yep. I think so.
No, I'm not used to doing the picks with just Tommy. Us and not having a guest. Oh no, of course not. No, Tommy's been really impressive.
I'm waiting for the one where I can actually pick Tommy too, because it's like he's right there. He's right there on the cusp.
Oh yeah. All right. Next up, Chris O'Brien versus Myron Damone.
Nice knowing you, Chris.
So you're going Myron on this one.
Yeah, I'm going Myron on this one.
I think Chris has a trick up the sleeve of that hoodie. And I think he's gonna.
Probably does.
He
He called
I'm
me a
gonna go
bottom
Chris on
feeder
this
on
one.
Saturday again, so.
Oh, well, did he call you a bottom feeder or everybody a bottom feeder?
We called everybody a bottom feeder, but he looked at me when he said it. So.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed. But no, I'm going to go Chris on this one. I think he's been hanging around KC. I think he's going to get a few tricks up his sleeve.
We'll see what happens.
Yes.
I still kind of wish it was ATM instead of Chris, but that's beside the point. But
You know, there's still business ATM and Myron that has to get
There
settled
is.
at some point. Myron
There
said
is.
so.
yes,
All right, next up here. Ashlyn Alexander versus Cardi Marty. I'm not one to predict a beheading, but I've got a hunch that Cardi's going to wind up on the business end of a lariat in this match.
yeah. Well, hey, we warned him. We
We
have
really
said nothing, but we've been warning him about that lariat. So
That's true.
I hope he's not on the business end of it, but I have a
He's
feeling
quick.
it's going to happen.
He
He is
could,
quick.
He could avoid it. He is quick.
He could avoid it, but I'm nervous for it.
And Cardi said something last week about working on like adjusting his style a little bit.
Yeah.
And like his overall his strategy. So I'm wondering if that's going to come out tomorrow, or if there's still he's still working on getting the kinks out of that.
Well, I don't think you ever quit working on your style, honestly.
No, if you
But,
stop working,
yeah.
then you're done.
You're done. Yeah.
Yeah, donezo, brother. All right. Then let's see here. And there's the also appearing the usual suspects there. You got Kevin Rabowski, you got the O'Neill brothers, Devontae Knox, the Angler, LTLC, and Cordell Kane. Look at that.
Cordell, CC.
Double
I like
C.
Cordell.
That's right.
So
Then
yeah,
am I missing
that's
anybody up there?
CMC. Did you say CMC?
Who?
Probably not, because you
not.
don't like CMC.
Because whatever he's doing, he's going to lose. Because he's a schmuck. No.
And you're an
Minderz.
egg.
I am not an egg. I am a human. I do not have egg whites
look
and
like
yolk
an egg.
inside of my head.
Are you sure? Are you 100% positive?
I guarantee
love
if you take
you,
an X-ray of
Rev.
my
You
head,
know I love
I
you.
guarantee if you take an X-ray of my head, I guarantee you will see nothing in there.
Well, I'll agree
Wait.
there.
Hang on, that came out wrong.
That's
You know what I mean? You're getting me worked up.
Let's
Don't
move
pat
on to this.
yourself.
I am. Let's move on to this 4-corner survival match.
Okay, so I don't have the graphic for the 4-corner survival match, so
You
I
don't?
need to go to the
I sent it
comments
to
here.
you.
Did you? Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me just get to the bottom of that. Talk about something, Minderz, while I look for this.
Talk about something. Okay. Well, I'll talk about who's in the match, and
okay, do that.
We'll talk about who's in the match, because in the match we've got the Luminary, which, in my opinion,
the
Luminary
yes.
needs a win.
Oh, there it is.
Needs a win. Ever since they've lost that title, they haven't been able to pull one out of the W column. So
yep, they're struggling.
They're struggling right now. Then we've got
all right. Here we go.
Cutthroat Kenny Calix. There we go. Thank you. We got Cutthroat Kenny Calix. He's on a winning streak right now, so you can't deny that.
Except for Saturday. He lost a victory.
But Saturday was against Victor.
You're talking Thursdays.
On Thursdays, exactly. He's gone a winning streak.
Yes.
Kind of. Not really. Crap. Anyway, but he has a
I know what you're saying.
Kenny is a champ.
He's confident.
So
he's got the confidence.
Yes. And then you have Mad Dog. I don't know if nobody wants to mess with Mad Dog right now. Mad Dog is focused.
No. Not for nothing. I was watching the show from last Thursday. I think I saw Bradley touch his chain again. But Connolly didn't see it.
Well, good
Connolly
thing you
didn't
weren't
see it
there
that
then.
time. I know,
Good
I
thing
would
you
have
weren't
stooged it
there.
off.
You would have told on him.
I am a stickler for touching other people's belongings.
And then you got BA. And BA right now is on
Uh-huh.
a mission. He's on a mission. Did you catch at the end of Tommy's match, him and Tommy's match, though, when he said that Tommy must die? So I have a feeling Carrot's
Oh,
in BA's head.
maybe. I'll tell you what I'm curious about is the interaction between BA and the Luminary after
Yeah.
what went down in Mattoon. I don't think they've had
Yeah.
any interaction in the ring since then. So
Yeah. So we'll see how that
we
works out too.
might get some fireworks there. Then of course
Okay.
Connolly's going to be attacking everyone.
Right. How about you? I'm gonna let you explain the rules here.
Oh,
You run through that
okay.
Rob put up there
Let me
for
run
us.
through it. All right, I'm going to read this directly from the GM, Robert Leach. A four-corner survival match has four competitors, two of them legal in the ring at a time, like a tag team match. Tags can be made to anyone at any time. Elimination rules apply. So that's a big wrinkle there.
That's a big
When
thing.
when one person is eliminated, one of the competitors on the apron will enter. So it's kind of like Survivor Series style.
Yep.
If you know what I mean.
I'm okay with that.
The match continues until one is left standing without being eliminated.
Who's
Seems
your
pretty
pick,
cut
Rob?
and dry.
Rob, who's your pick, Rob? Sorry.
Hey, I'm flattered that you would confuse me with the great Robert Leach. He is
I
a
know, and I
delight.
feel bad because I've
He was a
confused.
strong
you and-
co-host 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
He was an asset.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we're going four-corner survival on this one. I'm gonna kind of throw a wild card out there. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Kenny Callis.
Okay.
I think everybody else has kind of got their own stuff going on. You got Connolly's thinking about Joey. Got BA thinking about Jimmy. Got both BA and Luminary focused on each other, probably.
Well, let me ask this:
Kenny's
is this going to be what is this for?
Yeah, are there stakes for this, Rob?
Rob, what's the stakes for this? Because I at first thought this was like another thing in the Gold Rush thing, but apparently not. So, just trying to, are they just trying something different?
Just an attraction, possibly. You know, never know. Either way, it's an intriguing match for sure, especially the matchup.
It is. It is.
I got Papa Pullman on my side.
An exciting main event showcase. Okay.
Fair enough. I'm with it. It's going to be a hell of a match, no matter how you look at it with those four guys.
You know what? Then
four competitors. I'm sorry.
I think I might go a little bit darker than you did, honestly. And you know, I love Kenny, but I think I'm gonna go with the Luminary.
Ooh, interesting. Think they get off the schneid a little bit?
I think
getting the win here.
Like I said earlier, I think the Luminary needs a win. So
I agree with that.
But you can't deny BA's anger. So that's where if he goes on emotion, I have a feeling if BA goes on emotion, he's done. So and the Luminary is what brought calmness to BA. Mm-hmm. So
before BA got fed up with the Luminary
and I think Joey's gonna have something to do with Conley's or Theo's or whatever. I think that's gonna play out somehow.
Possibly.
Theo trying to get back on Joey's good side, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. It's I have to wait and see what happens. It's gonna be a hell of a main event though.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Me too. I always look forward to the Patreons. I get to watch them uninterrupted on my couch when I go from work on Wednesdays usually. And I don't think this is going to disappoint here.
No.
Oh, did I show you you know how we have the logo up in the corner Minderz? I've got one that we can use for jumping the rail at some point if we need to.
Oh, jeez. Do we have to?
No, of course not. My phone is dinging at me here.
Yeah, so is mine. It's in our chat. It's in our group chat.
Oh, it's the chat. Of course.
It's the chat. Oh no, there's good things. I had a chance to look at it. You're gonna like it.
Okay. Is it running down what's going on as we speak on the Superstation?
No, something else.
Okay. Uh, I'm a little disappointed we haven't had any new additions to the Camaro Jackson Yeet list lately. I'm hoping we get that turned around sometime soon.
We haven't seen Camaro there for a while, so
No, I miss seeing a Camaro. I got the shirt on. See, I got my Camaro shirt on there.
the other one I wanted,
He's one of
but
my
he was out
faves.
of. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see mine?
Oh yeah, look at that. You got that's the Giddy Mindy hoodie from brainbustertees.com.
It is. It is.
Very nice.
Well, it was either that or
Another Jimmy shirt. One of your 80 Jimmy Carrot shirts.
I only have 5. Okay, I only have 5.
Okay. All right.
think.
Fair enough. All right. Well, since we started talking about merchandise, Minderz, let's pay the bills and then we're going to get out of here. I'm
Sounds good.
eagerly awaiting Wendy's to make its way into my belly once the wife makes it back home. ProWrestlingTees.com/JTRPod for all kinds of merchandise for the Jumping the Rail podcast as well as the 01 Shootout. This is just a handful of them, as you know. Also, you can get the super cool Podigy shirt from more hairier times, as you can tell. Look how shiny
Hey,
my head
Rob,
is. That's just class.
question. I got a question for Rob. Rob, are you going to be at the show next Saturday, or are you not going to be around till December 9th? I think he's not going to be around till December 9th, but I don't know for sure.
All right. Well, while we wait on a response, let's keep going here. BrainbusterTees.com/other/JTR-podcast-network. Get a few more shootout options as well as some more for Jumping the Rail and also for our YouTube series Gold Rush, which we'll have a new episode coming soon that we're looking forward to.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Schedules haven't really allowed the last few weeks, so hopefully by next Friday we can make that happen. But yeah, we got the JTR Army shirt. We got the Giddy Mindy. You see the T-shirt also available in a hoodie, as Minderz showed. Got the classic logo shirt, also as seen on Devontae Knox this past Saturday at the Dojo Awards show.
Huge shout out for Devontae for wearing that.
Yes, Minderz spoon shirt. Got the Heart Foundation style shirt there. Also, for everybody that loves Minderz, you can get one of the three. You get a Minderz guy, a Minderz girl, or a Minderz person, whichever way your social and personal bent. Yes. The bottom one suggested by Robert Leach. Also.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. You don't get a cut. I'm sorry. Let's see.
I don't get a cut.
Also,
how's that?
Well, it all goes back into the show.
Yeah.
There you see the JTFNR shirt in the classic ECW style. You can get the Podigy shirt there in royal blue, which CMC gave me a lot of grief about having a blue shirt. Which, I don't care. I was told a long time ago you can't just do all black because otherwise it looks dubious. Although I like the black shirts though. But also available on Brainbuster Tees, as we talked about. You can get the zip-up hoodies now for either the Jumping the Rail pod or for the Shootout. You can see each one. There's 2 of them. And I've got a Jumping the Rail one technically, but I haven't got one for the Shootout, so I may have to make that happen at some point. 01 merchandise. There you see it there. T-shirts, water bottles, coffee cups, travel cups, tumblers, coffee mugs, all kinds of good stuff there. Several designs available, including the Fighting Athletes logo. They got their own version of the Get Your Shit and Move shirt. The collectible Corn-Fed Hero Reign Victoria shirt there.
I'm sure at some point it'll be back.
At some point it'll cycle back around. Get the 01 Army Kiss style shirt. Then this one, I still need to get this one, David. Maybe on the 18th in Terre Haute if you got them. I'm going to have to hit you up for that because this one looks cool. The 01 USA versus everyone. Also available in blue with pink lettering or blue and neon yellow lettering. Very cool.
I think you can get about anything you want. You just got to tell them.
Probably, yeah. They got the new EOE shirt for Reign. Gotta keep with the times. So they busted out the EOE merchandise again.
I will probably be adding that to my collection.
That's it's sharp. It looks good.
It does look good.
Yes. Patreon.com/01USA for all your Thursday Night Throwdown content, bonus matches. I mentioned that the Summer Beatdown show is up there now. The main event of that was the first match between Connolly and Joey. But nearest and dearest to my heart is Camaro Jackson versus Benjamin Trust on that show. And the yeet heard around the world.
They found him at Buffalo Wild Wings. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Across town.
I loved it. Rob, I apologize. I forget the name of the young man that does the commentary with you, but at one point he said, "Is he still in the building?" Because you couldn't see him on the camera. It looked like he was out of vision. That
Yeah.
he does the commentary team does a hell of a job. That's the first I've really gotten to see it in action on the Mattoon shows.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I don't know if they make comments whenever BA always rips my sign up or not. We'll see.
I got to watch the rest of the show, so I'll let you know.
Well, it took me a minute because I couldn't remember what sign I had at that show.
I don't know.
All I know is that you see it, they like are panned in on Malkin's face, and all you see are his eyes staring at my sign down the.
That was the match. The
the
light
tag team
against
match.
Jimmy and Devontae.
Yeah. Against the Basil and Booty connection.
Yes, the Basil and Booty connection. Powder cakes.
Powder cakes.
Yes. Quick reminder, again, next week, no guests. We were going to be doing our 1-year anniversary episode. We're very excited about that. And also presenting the first annual Shooty Awards, covering all aspects of 01 USA. We had a very unbiased panel of 5 that we went through all the categories with. There was no bias, no chicanery there. It was very even-handed, I think. And I think we made some good picks on this one, Minderz. I think everybody that's getting a Shooty is very deserving of it.
Yes. I agree.
And I think we're going to have certificates for all the winners, too.
Yeah, once you get them sent to me.
I emailed you.
No, you haven't.
I thought I had.
If you have,
we'll
I
discuss
haven't
this
got
off camera. I also sent you the garnish.
I did
also,
get those. I did get the garnish. I did get the garnish.
Okay, so it's going to be classy looking. All you winners. We're going to announce the winners on the episode, and then we're going to present all of you with your award when we see you guys at shows.
Yes.
So, and we'll try to do them all.
I might even throw in a Giddy Mindy sticker.
Hey, there you go. I thought about putting a sticker on each one of the awards, like the front of the thing.
Uh-huh. We
Like
could.
the shootout sticker.
I've got them, so I could.
Yeah. And then when we actually present the physical awards, we need to try to get that on video for posterity, or at least on a photo, so we have something to remember it by. But so that's very exciting. We're looking forward to that. It's something different. I think it's the first episode since whatever the last card subject to change episode was that we haven't had a guest on.
Yeah. Card subject to change would have been Cardini? Jared Allen last time?
Yeah, but we were able to get a replacement guest before we had to make it a card subject to change. We just changed the guest.
That's true.
Yeah. But remember, the Shooty Awards, we strive to recognize excellence and brilliance in 01 USA.
It's the Rebby Award.
No, it's the Shooty. I'm fine with that because that was actually my idea. But you guys shot me down because you thought it was unseemly. But my friend Robert Leach, he backed me up. He suggested it. So
he did, and I was glad he did because I did kind of like the Shooties, but
you just don't want to call it the Reb Awards. All right, I'm getting the high sign from our producer Minderz that it's time to
time to go.
Bid everyone adieu. It is time to go. So thanks again to Jared Allen for joining us today. It was a fun chat. Thanks everybody in the comments. And
what's happening next week on Jumping the Rail?
Next week on Jumping the Rail, we will be joined by Polly Tomaselli, a Chicago independent wrestling star. So that'll be fun. And I think we're going to talk a little bit about Survivor Series too. A little fantasy booking, not a super card, but one of our buddy Barry, he's not happy about how there's a lack of elimination matches in the Survivor Series.
I was saying none of us have been happy with Survivor Series.
So we're going to explore that a little bit on Tuesday, and then of course we'll have the top 10 and the Hall of Fame, and also all you shootout listeners, around the time of the new year, keep an eye open for a pretty cool contest we're going to be running. I'm not going to disclose all the details yet, but if everything goes as we hope it will, I think it's gonna be cool, and I think you guys are
Yeah,
gonna like it. But
works for
until
me.
next, yes. So as we finish season 1 at the end of this episode, and then into the anniversary next week,
Who would have
uh,
thought we would have made it this long?
we made it a year, and we thought it was gonna be a year bi-weekly or every other
Yeah,
week. it's
and
been just about every week.
we've only
What, 3
missed
weeks?
what 2 or 3 weeks? Yeah,
2 or 3, yeah. I even did this show with a wisdom tooth missing.
you
It's all
did.
gauzed up and everything. So that shows our commitment to this show. We could have skipped when you were in Vegas, but you ably provided me
No,
with
that
Rob
was when
Leach as
Joey,
a co-host.
but Joey wanted to be on, so we couldn't skip it.
Well, no, he's the champ. We got to make room for the champ.
Okay.
He's a
You mean the
oh my
soon-to-be
goodness,
former champ?
possibly. You know what? I'm never going to count out Connolly, especially in a cage match. But Joey's crafty. We're going to get into all this stuff as we get closer to the 9th.
All
But
right.
it's an exciting month of 3 weeks of cage match action in 01 USA.
Yes,
November
we've got
18th,
2
of course,
cage
Jimmy and
matches.
DA, and then we're meandering, Minderz. We we said we were going to end
Okay.
about 15 minutes ago.
Adios,
All right,
everybody.
so for Minderz, this is Red. Remind you all, life is hard, work stiff. We'll see you guys next week.